Okay guys, sorry about that. That was really weird. So let's get back to this. This is our last problem. So when x is less than or equal to 0, the graph is this line. Well, first of all, we have y equals 2x minus 1. So let's put some points in there. So when x is 0, the value is negative 1, and it's greater than or equal to 0, so we could use 1 and 2. If I plug in a 1, 2 times 1 is 2, 2 minus 1 is 1, and if I plug in a 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 4 minus 1 is 3. So here we are at 0, negative 1, we are at 1, 1, and we are at 2, 1, 2, 3. So that's what this one looks like. And then this one, when x is less than 0, again, we're going to use 0 just to see where it starts, but less than 0 would be negative 1 and negative 2. The graph is going to be y equals x plus 3. So at 0, this is going to be 0 plus 3, which is 3. At negative 1, that'll be negative 1 plus 3, which is 2. And at negative 2, negative 2 plus 3, which is 1. So at 0, 3, 1, 2, 3, we're going to put an open circle. Again, it's not including it here because this is strictly less than 0. At negative 1, we're at 1, 2, and at negative 2, we are at 1. And we graph. Again, this is a function because nowhere do the points does more than one point cross a vertical line at any given time. Okay? If I were to now just write the function, it's very, very simple. F of x is going to equal either x plus 3 if x is less than 0, or it's going to equal 2x minus 1 if x is greater than or equal to 0. And that is basically it, guys. Oh no, I lied. I lied. There's more. There's another page. Sorry to get your hopes up. One more part, and that's step functions. So we're going to take a look at those. And let me see if I can fit them in here. Hopefully I can. So what is a step function? A step function is a type of piecewise function. A step function is a piecewise function defined by a constant value over each part of its domain. The graph is a series of line segments. And these line segments will look like stairs or steps, and that's where the whole idea of the step function, because it looks like the steps of a stair, of a stairwell or something. Alright, so let's take a look at that. What does a step function look like? Here is a typical one. F of x equals. It's going to be 2 if 0 is less than or equal to x less than 2. It's going to be 3 if 2 is less than or equal to x less than or equal, less than 4. It's going to be 4 if 4 is less than or equal to x less than 6. It's going to be 5 if, notice it's going to be a constant value, if 6 is less than or equal to x less than 8. it's going to be 6 if 8 less than or equal to x less than 10, and it's going to be 7 if 10 less than or equal to x less than 12. All right, let's see if I can fit this in. So I'm just doing the first quadrant because everything here is positive and it's just going to be here. So this is y, and over here we have x. Okay, and let's begin with the first one. And so here are our x values down here. Here x is 0. Here it's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and I think that's it, right? Okay, so it's going to be 2 from when x, and here, by the way, this is a value here of 1. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right, so from x is, when x is greater than or equal to 0 and less than 2, the value of the function is 2. So from 0 to 2, the value is 2, and it includes 0. So this is going to be closed here, but it does not include the 2. So it is open there. So that function, when the values of x are between 0 and 2, including the 0, not including the 2, the value of the function is 2. Then it's going to be 3 when the value of the function is 2 to 4, including the 2. So here it's going to be 3 at 2, and then it's going to go to 4, but it's not going to include it over there. So I don't know if you can see how this is starting to look like a step. And then it's going to be 4 from 4 to 6. And there's an open circle at 6. And then it's going to be 5 from 6 to 8. So it's closed here and then open at the 8. And then it's 6 from 8 to 10. So it includes the 8. It does not include the 10. And it's going to be 7 from 10 to 12. So it includes the 10, does not include the 12. Okay? So it looks like steps going up. I don't know if you can think of it like a stairwell. And the fact that it's a function is because when you do your vertical line test, you are only crossing one point at a time. Because even here, even though we have technically 2 points at the value, the x value of 2, one of them is open, which means it's not included, so it doesn't count. So we only count the colored one, the one that's circled in. So that one will count here, 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 and here. The ones that are open do not count. So this is still a function for us. And now we are officially done. Thanks. See you next time. Bye.